They're gonna snatch your phone, snatch your jewelry. They're breaking into your vehicles. But I'm just here to also remind you that it's not just about your personal belongings. Please understand that people are here to snatch us. Human trafficking is not something that we watch as an action show on Criminal Minds or CSI or Law and Order, CVU. Like, this is real. And just this year, I had the opportunity of hosting the launch of the Human Trafficking Survivors Handbook. And I will never forget the stats and the facts. And the thing that stood out the most to me is that Jamaica is a source, transit, and destination for human trafficking. Did you know that? Memory serves me correctly, I believe they also said that human trafficking was the second most lucrative industry in the world. Behind, I believe it is drug. Like the drug industry is still number one, but human trafficking is number two, which means that there's a lot of money to be made, which means that you and I are more vulnerable. Now, this is not to say that only women are targeted. No, men, you are targeted as well. For those of you who only think that human trafficking only has to do with sex work, the sex work is a big part of it. Sex slavery, big part of it. And women are taken more than men. Girls are taken more than boys. But it doesn't mean that everyone is out of the park. But within human trafficking, you also have, it's like modern day slavery. People are taken against their will and put to work, in factories and other places very far away against their will. And let us not forget that there's also the harvesting of organs, guys. Like, people are snatching you for your kidney, for your liver, or your lungs. That's big business on the black market. So don't get caught up and say, oh, it's like, lie them and tell them. No, it really is happening. And the more you educate yourself and the more you become vigilant about you, your loved ones, and your surroundings, is the better it is for you. What are some of the things that you can do? First of all, how about you get your head out of your ass? What do I mean? Your phone. You know how many times I'm in my car, and I'm speaking to women in particular, because you and children, we are the number one targets. You know how much time I see a girl just stepping off herself? She don't have a clue who behind her, who beside her. I see women walking to their cars and they're on their phone and they're in them phone, and I'm just like, yo, look up. Look up. Look around you. Be aware. Come out of your phone. The women with the big ass bags that carry house, car, and land. Secure your key if you're walking to your car from before you leave the place of business, right? Where whatever it is you're doing. I hate to see when women come to the car and them in them bag and them try find out. Then them take out everything and they're at their car door for like a good 10 minutes. You've just been snatched. You've been robbed. Maybe you're alive, or you've been snatched. Start to put your things and your belongings together. Get into a right frame of mind. Get your key and then go towards your car. Number 3, be aware of your surroundings. Who has been around you? Sometimes, and this has happened to me before with Naima, right? We walked into a mall, a plaza, saw a guy, and this is not to profile people wrong, because sometimes people just in the same space. Guy wasn't coming, guy wasn't going. Guy wasn't buying, guy wasn't going to information, guy wasn't asking, wasn't buying juice, smoothie, ice mint. Guy was just hanging around, looking. And I was looking at him, looking at everybody else. Have Naima turn to Naima and I say, yo, baby girl, understand. When we got to the parking lot, Mommy's gonna open up her door and I want you to go in through Mommy's door. She said, why? I said, don't ask me no question. When we go to the parking lot, I'm going to open my door and you're going to go in through my door and I'm going to come in behind you. And the reason why I did that was because I didn't want her to go around to her side as she normally does. And then I make sure she gets in and then I come around, because that's way too much time. And that is just me being vigilant. And when I walked out, homeboy walked out. And I stopped right at the door. Like, pretend to me I look for something. He walked ahead of me and I was watching him. He didn't go to a car. He didn't go to anywhere. He just went to the corner and he just stopped. And I just go back inside to the security guard and I said, listen, follow me outside to my car. Yeah, follow me outside to my car. And even when the security came outside to my car, I opened up my door and I made Naima go in, and then I went in behind her. Be vigilant. Say you're good. You get to your vehicle. You realize all of a sudden that your vehicle is either sandwiched or beside an enclosed van or in the vicinity of a van. I've seen people tell you, just be careful now. Chances are, if they're on the prowl, if you're targeted, or if they're looking for you, they're going to park their van beside your car or near your car to try to get you into their vehicle as quickly as possible. Which means now that when you get to your parking lot, don't just go to your car and just jump in your car. One, you need to also look around to see if there's anybody loitering around the vehicle, loitering around the parking lot. You see any enclosed van around the place, and I'm not saying that everybody who drive an enclosed van is a human trafficker. That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is open up your eyes, okay? Just make sure and look around your surroundings. Maybe there's a vehicle there that was not there before, because cars come, cars go. If they're enclosed vehicles, you might want to pay a little bit more attention, all right? And if you're not too certain, go back and ask somebody to escort you to your vehicle. If you go back to your car and you realize there's no van around or anything and you feel safe enough, before you just juke in your car, just peek in your car. Make sure say nobody not there. Just looking at your back seat. Just check your vehicle before you jump in, all right? You go party, it's the season, maybe you're a drinker, don't go by yourself. You might be a loner, I get it, I'm a loner as well. I go to lunch sometimes by myself, I go to movies by myself sometimes. I'm a loner as well, so for those persons who are accustomed to doing things by yourself, especially if you want to go out and you want to drink, just be careful. Just be careful, because it means that you are by yourself, and I don't know if whoever is in your presence is a good person or a bad person, all right? For those of you going out in a group and you're going to party and you're going to drink and everything, somebody has to be the designated driver. Somebody has to be the one that will have the faculties with them, because all of you can't go and get drunk and get stupid and just don't know what's going on. Because I wish you could. I wish I could tell you that it was okay, but people around you may not be, I just don't know, guys. Like, figure out who in the group going to be the one with the faculty. And if somebody in the group gets sloppy drunk, meet somebody, wants to stay back or stay after, the agreement needs to be, all of us come, all of us go. Don't leave your girlfriend, whether you consider yourself to be a blocker or not. Do not leave your girlfriend. Make her vex with you in the morning. That is fine. But do not leave any of your friends at any party or any dance or any place, especially when you really do not know who she's with, who she's met, or how she's coming back home. If your tech bus or your tech car, earphone them don't have to be in your ears. Take them out. At least have one in and one off. People be listening to their music loud. If people touch you or talk to you or call to you, you can't hear. That don't spell sense. If you want to listen to your music loud, wait till you go home and you can listen to your music as loud as you want. But if you're on the road, especially if you are now not necessarily driving a car, but you are now walking, how can you disable your hearing? Mighty God. Be vigilant and be your brother's keeper. I see some children walking on the road. Some of them school bag bigger than them. Some of them are as young as, I think, 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds. Some of them walk in groups. Some of them don't walk in groups. Be vigilant, because I've started to do it. Any car, any van, any bus, when me say slow down, in particular when it's one child. And sometimes if you look long enough, you see the person trying to maybe talk to them or whatever, blow your horn, make some noise. Me no know, make some noise, blow your horn. If you make too much noise or if you bring attention too much, chances are they will leave. But what I'm saying is, look out for them, because they can't look out for themselves. So yeah, December, great time, Merry Christmas, fa la 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 la. Don't be stupid. Try to be as vigilant as possible. Check your rear views, check your side view. Nobody's following you. Don't go home. Don't drive home. Don't attempt to drive into your driveway if you believe somebody is following you. drive to the nearest police station and blow your horn. Two more things. When you get in your car, lock your door. Don't wait for the car to auto lock, even though we know that they will auto lock maybe after 5 seconds or not. The thieves down on Washington Boulevard, that plaza there, they will literally get in your car, steal your things, and get out before your car auto locks. It's insane. And number two, if you're taking a taxi, if you guys are the ones taking the taxis and thing at night, before you get into the car, check to make sure that the child safety lock is not enabled on the door. All right, it's familiar with the child safety lock. It's a little button that you can either go up or down. It is to ensure that when you have children inside your vehicle, they can't fly the door at any moment because that lock is on. So for those of you taking taxis, just check the door and make sure that the child lock, the child safety lock, is not enabled, because it means that you cannot open your door from the inside.